So in the NFL, obviously we know all the starting quarterbacks and we talk about them all the time. Backup quarterbacks, I'm pretty good with those too. Today we're going to play a little fun game though where I'm going to attempt to guess all four quarterbacks for each team. Because these teams right now, they haven't made the final cut yet. So most of these teams have four QBs. I don't really know all of them. We're going to keep a little tally on the calculator here. We're going to calculate my score. And we're going to start with the Seahawks. So let's do this. Seahawks, Russell Wilson is the starter. Geno Smith, number 2. Sean Mannion is going to be the third string. And I believe it's Alex Magoo as the fourth string, who we just let go of. Check the depth chart. Yeah, so Alex Magoo is already off the depth chart. And it is Russ, Geno, and Sean Mannion. So for now, I'm 3 for 3. 3 for 3 right there. 1%. I'm 100%. Now we're going to do, let's keep it in division, San Francisco. I believe the 49ers is going to have, well, obviously, Jimmy G's 1, Trey Lance is 2. I think their third string is actually Josh Rosen, who they brought in. And their fourth string is going to be Nate Sudfeld, I believe. So let's check that out. 49ers depth chart. And, yeah, it's going to be... Okay, so they cut Josh Rosen, it looks like. Garoppolo, Lance, Sudfeld. So I'm going to say... Let's see. Do they have their practice squad on here? No, they don't. So I guess that means that I am 6 for 7. All right, 85%. Next up, we got the Rams. The Rams obviously are going to have Matthew Stafford, John Wolford. And after that, I'm not really sure. I think they might have brought back Blake Bortles to be their third string, but I honestly have no idea, so let's look at that. Rams depth chart. And, okay, they brought in Bryce Perkins. So that's going to be another incorrect. So what was I, 6 for 7, so now I am 8 for 10. 80% right now. The Cardinals is going to be Kyler Murray. Colt McCoy is their second string now. They signed him. I think Chris Streveler is still around as their third string, so let's check on them. Arizona Cardinals depth chart. And, yeah, it is Chris Streveler. So I'm perfect on the Cardinals. Keeping things rolling. I'm 11 for 13 now. Doing pretty well for myself. Taken to the NFC North. We got the Minnesota Vikings. Well, they're going to have Cousins, and their second string, honestly, I'm not sure. Last year it was Mannion, but he's with Seattle now. It might be Kellen Mond. I think they drafted Kellen Mond. And then, the third string, maybe it's still Jake Browning. I know they had him on the practice squad last year. I only know Jake Browning because he went to Washington, and I live in Washington. Let's check. If I get this right, I'd be pretty surprised because I don't think... Whoever it is, it's not very good. Minnesota Vikings, it is. Okay, so I forgot about Nate Stanley, apparently. Browning, Mond, and Cousins, though. So we'll say that I was 14 for 17 now is going to be my score. And then we got the Green Bay Packers. They're going to have Rodgers, Jordan Love, number 2. I have no idea who their third string is. I mean, my guess is as good as yours. Maybe it's still Deshaun Kaiser. They had him a couple years ago. Okay, it's not. It's Ben Kurt, and Jake Dolegala, 2 guys I've never heard of before. So there you go for that. So what was I? I was 14 for 17, so now I'm going to be 16 for 21. Still all right. I'm above 75%. Never heard of Jake Dolegala before. He's probably not going to do anything, but I'm happy I got Jordan Love, obviously. So I wonder where Deshaun Kaiser is. We got Detroit next. So it's going to be Goff. It's going to be David Bluff, I think, is still there. And then they brought in Tim Boyle. So we'll see the Detroit Lions depth chart. And, yeah, it's going to be Tim Boyle, David Bluff. So, okay, so I mixed up the order, but I'm going to count that as success. So 19 now for 24. And doing pretty good so far as we make our way through the NFC. And we'll do the Chicago Bears. I should get the Bears. It's because it's pretty easy. Dalton, Lance, Nick Foles, who's the best third-string quarterback in the NFL by far, really. And it is going to be, Dalton, Fields, and Foles. So 22 for 27 now is my score. And now we'll move on to the NFC South. It's going to be, we'll start with New Orleans. And New Orleans, I have no idea who their third-string quarterback is. I know their second string is going to be Taysom Hill. Their starter is Jameis Winston. Saints depth chart. So that's all I'm gonna guess, and I don't know. Not their third string. Okay, Trevor Siemian and Ian Book. Okay, I did not realize they have Ian Book. Forgot about that draft. So I'm gonna be 2 for 4 there. So I'm 24 for 31. Still doing all right, but I'm beginning to fall off a bit as we get to some of these teams that I don't watch as much. I should have remembered they drafted Ian Book. Then Carolina. Um, well, Sam Darnold's number 1. I think P.J. Walker's still around as their number 2, and maybe Will Grier is still as their number 3. Honestly, I have not really sure if Will Grier is still around. He was there 2 years ago. Maybe he's still there. Panthers depth chart. Okay, it is. It's Will Grier, P.J. Walker, Sam Darnold. So I'm 100% on the Panthers. A team I wouldn't have expected to know much about, but yeah, there we go. Buccaneers. They are gonna have Brady, Gabbert, Kyle Trask is there, and they might still have Ryan Griffin. I'm going to guess all 4 of them. Ryan Griffin as their 4th string, so let's see that. Tampa Bay depth chart, and yep, I'm completely right again. Ryan Griffin's their 3rd string. Kyle Trask is going to be that 4th string. I think Kyle Trask is probably the 2nd best quarterback on the roster. I'm actually really high on Trask. I think he could be Brady's long-term replacement in Tampa Bay, but for now, he's the 4th string, but yeah, again, perfect there. So 31 for 38 is now my score. I'm starting to improve. One more team in the South, it's the Atlanta Falcons. I know they have Matt Ryan, and I know they have A.J. McCarron, who they signed. Matt Schaub retired, I think, so he's not there anymore. So their 3rd string is going to be an unknown. I don't know. Maybe this could be... I don't know. I'm not even going to guess. Honestly, maybe this could be where Blake Bortles is. I think Blake Bortles is still on the team, right? I don't know. I'm going to guess that Blake Bortles is their 3rd string, but honestly, that's just a random guess. I have no idea. And it's actually Josh Rosen, okay? And McCarron's in the IR, and they have some guy named Felipe Franks. So that's interesting. So Josh Rosen was cut by the Niners and immediately goes to the Falcons. And I do not know who Felipe Franks is. I'll have to look him up in a sec. And yeah, A.J. McCarron on the IR. So I was right about 2 for 4. So 33 for 42 is now my score. I'm slightly below 80%. Who is this Felipe Franks guy? Apparently, he is a rookie from Arkansas. Okay. And he's their 2nd stringer. Wow. All right. And then final division in the NFC, Dallas. Their backup, I think, is Cooper Rush or Garrett Gilbert. And then DiNucci's still around too, and then Prescott obviously is a starter. Let me confirm that, but I should be 4 for 4 there. Dallas Cowboys depth chart. Yep, it's going to be Garrett Gilbert, DiNucci, and Cooper Rush. So I'm 37 for 46. And then we've got Philadelphia. I know they have Jalen Hurts number 1. Flacco's their 2nd string. They signed Nick Mullen, so he's going to be their 3rd string. Who's their 4th string quarterback? I don't know. Maybe it's could it be Tyler Bray? I don't know. Maybe they don't have one. Philadelphia Eagles depth chart. And they don't have a 3rd stringer. Okay, so I technically guessed Tyler Bray for that, so I am going to have to say, sorry about this. Cancel. So I'm going to have to count that as incorrect. So I'm 40 for 50 now. A perfect 80%. And 2 teams left to go. Washington football team. They have Ryan Fitzpatrick, Taylor Heineke. I think they still have Kyle Allen as their 3rd string, so let me look at that. Washington football team depth chart. And yeah, and they also have some guy named Steven Montez as their 4th. So that's, again, I'm going to be 3 for 4 there. 43 out of 54. And then the last but not least, the final team that I have to guess for is the New York Giants. And they have Mike Glennon as their 2nd string now because they don't have Colt McCoy anymore. Daniel Jones is number 1. Is their 2nd string? I do not know, so let's just look it up. Or the 3rd string, rather. Maybe I'll guess another. I'm going to guess. I've guessed him already twice, and I've been wrong. Maybe it's Blake Bortles. I don't know. I swear I saw Blake Bortles is on a team somewhere. Okay, it's not Blake Bortles. It's Brian Lewerke, who I have no idea who that is. He's a rookie as well out of Michigan State. So anyways, my final score is going to be 45 out of 57, which is a score of 78.9%. I feel pretty good about this. Check in tomorrow. I'll be doing the AFC guessing all of their backup quarterbacks. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Who did you know